Cool. So first, welcome. We are really excited to talk to you today. I will be asking you a few questions. So what your results are, what you achieved, what were the challenges. So share with us as many details as you want. Feel free to joke around or pause or like do whatever you want. We are here. We are your friends. So this is a team. We are having a call today with the sales team, which is the front end. So they're talking to clients, they're talking to potential people who are joining our company, and we want to learn about your experience. So any details would be great. So first, could you please share with us what you do, what your niche is, and how do you help your clients?
Hi, sure. I'm a fat loss coach for women, so I'm in fitness niche, and my promise to client is in 3 months, I'm gonna help them to lose at least 10 up to 20 pounds of fat and hopefully gain muscle and get stronger as well.
Amazing, love that. And could you please share, so point A, I know that you have two accounts, so one wasn't
Yeah.
growing, you created the second one. So any kind of things you want to share with us about accounts, revenue, leads, or like engagement that you had before the coaching?
Sure. So when I joined, I had two accounts, but one of them was like old account with around between 12 to 13,000 followers. It's been almost a year I wasn't posting there because after like I think more than a year of trying, my views were down to 1,000 or not even 1,000. So I gave up on that account, started a new account. That one was growing at around like 300. I actually joined Mike's coaching to grow the new account. But my CSM Regan, I love her. So she suggested that the same posts I'm doing on the new account, I do the same for old account just to see what happens, because any leads we can get from old accounts could also be useful as well. So that's what we did. The first one I think got like actually posted randomly and it was like 20,000 views, which was surprising. So I kept doing the same thing, literally same post in both accounts. And that one, after a year now, it's starting to grow. I've grown like 500, but the growth is regular. I hadn't optimized my profile. I just recently did, and on overnight, I got like 100 more follows after I can optimize my old account as well. So yeah, both accounts are like growing now. I started with posting one reel a day. After a week, it was like two reels a day, and now it's been a couple of weeks of three reels a day on both accounts. And as for leads, so I started with no offer, no leads. Now I still haven't today is my freebie launch day, so we'll see how that goes. But as for leads, my profile visits are gone like 20,000 in my old account and like 3,000 in my new account. I don't have the exact numbers unless you guys ask me to check them out. But as for leads, today I'll be launching my freebie. I've got sales calls just by DMing people in my smaller account. As for offer, now I have a solid offer that I'm ready to go with.
Oh, amazing. And I just want to share with everyone, so like you've been working so hard to like you literally attend almost every offer creation workshop that I run on Tuesday. We've been working on your offer.
Yeah.
You've been working with Dragon, with me, and this is impressive. Like scaling from one reel to three reels consistently, crushing it every single day with the views, with the leads, with the sales even, because you also I want to ask about your experience. So you took the first kind of trial group. So could you please share with us like any insights or any any insights that you got from working with the few people at the beginning?
Yeah, I started working with two clients, so that's great because with this new offer now that I've been working, I know what are the challenges, and that's literally why like I was talking to you yesterday about. Now I want to like systemize the way I coach because there is so much I want to share. However, because it's my like first experience, I sometimes feel overwhelmed on how to slow down or how to systemize it, which is very interesting because yesterday you were just mentioned you guys helped with that coaching as well, which for people like me who are first time trying to grow a business is much much appreciated. The experience has been great. So when I started, I knew what resources I'll need, but I wasn't sure about the order of the resources I would want to share or what they prefer or what application is good to use with them. I started with the 24 like not 24/7, but I started with chat support, and then because I didn't set boundaries, it was becoming like too much, taking too much time out of my day, and that was a good experience because then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have set hours during the day. Or the other day, Sean in one of his, even though it was a sales call, he used to do he used to work in fitness industry, and You mentioned an application I used to use before, but I wasn't very comfortable with. Now I'm bringing it back because then all the coaching, all the resources, all the chat support, all can be at one place. So yeah, it's been great so far. I feel way more comfortable to work with people who are gonna pay now that I've been experiencing it with these clients, and they're getting good results
Amazing.
so far after 2 weeks.
Amazing. So yeah, just wanted to elaborate that this is a great example of when you launch a new offer, you don't necessarily have to charge or I don't know, create a longer program for like 3 months and you're not sure what to do, how to support them. You can actually do the trial session, like trial either session or trial months or like trial week to first experience how it feels. Like, do you want to coach this type of people? Do you want to switch to group coaching or like one-on-one? Do you want to do chat support or just call? So this period was super important for you, and I'm so proud of how like you literally done it in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you know exactly how to coach all those future people. You're gonna get those leads. You know already how to jump on calls, how to interview them, how to sell them. So this is an insane experience. Cool. What I wanted to also ask is, what is like 3 lessons or maybe 3 main points that you learned that help you to achieve those results? So increase in views, increase in followers, being more confident with the offer and like knowing how to run your offer right now. So maybe 3 main points like coaching or certain lessons or certain kind of hacks or tables that we use. So anything that help you in particular.
Sure. So I can get practical, but first I'd say trusting my coach. Because I can have a tendency when I'm starting, I would question everything anybody is saying. Just number one, just trust and don't analyze like nothing. Just trust as exactly as it is. I took that to a point that I'm not good really with the stories right now, especially with everything going on. So the days I wanted to like create my highlights for the stories, I literally took the examples Mike provides and literally did the example, and that took the thinking out of the picture, which made it actually possible. So number one, I would say trusting the coach. Number two, consistency. I can't say that enough. Consistency in showing up, consistency in working with my coach, consistency in posting, consistency in replying with class, just consistency everywhere. Number three, taking action before I'm ready, because that was like an experience from before. I would think I would be like, I gotta learn and learn and learn. But something that's helped me doing this coaching is like I would show up for the meetings with Veronica or you or like all of these coaches, and I would take at least 1 to 3 literally action points and I would apply it right away. I can give an example. Like yesterday, um, one of the other students had an example of reel where they get a lot of comments, and Veronica suggested, "Oh, this is so cool. Let's all try it out." So I literally posted that day, even though I had other reels planned. I literally posted that way, and I got the same results. So just that taking action before ready is amazing. As for like the practical tips, one is like we are literally working with experts in each niche. Like offer problem, you're there. Sales problem, Sean and Mitch is there. I don't know how to customize things for myself. Regan is there. How to go viral, Veronica is there. Just the fact that we're, working with you guys who's expert in every single thing just is mind blowing. And the fact that we have a coach that makes it customized, so that makes everything on 3x speed, if not more. Because as soon as I doubt something but I'm not sure about it, I just go to Regan right away, and she's very quick in getting back to me. So yeah, I think those would be my top tips.
Love that. Thank you so much for all the details. And then just
That's
the last
fine.
one for me. So what would be maybe like one, I don't know, sentence or one thing that you want to say to clients who are thinking about joining? So they're still not sure. Something is like stopping them, maybe they're scared, maybe they and they don't think that the coaching is right for them. So any kind of lessons that you learned or any motivational part that you want to share with them?
Honestly, I would just say trust the process, and I know it's a big investment, but it's worth every single penny, I would say.
Cool. Love that.
C-
Cool. So this is
Could,
everything from
do
my
you mind
side.
just,
Guys, yeah,
could you elaborate
guys,
on when you say it's worth the investment, it's worth every penny? Could you just
Yeah,
like,
of course.
yeah, could you elaborate?
So for sure. So when 2024 started, I had this either I'm gonna get promotion in my corporate job or I want to start my business. I'm just sick and tired of what's going on. So the first 2, 3 months, like before I joined this program, I did everything in my corporate job like get certifications, talk to people, network, everything you can imagine. And there was only one lesson, and they said that there is a roof on top of you no matter what you do. Like no matter what you do, at least expect 10 years to go from like where you are to the next one. That was all. They didn't say no, but that was, you know, the roof on top of you. So when I was taking this coach, I actually had two sales calls, one with I think Tommy, and then the second one with you. It's a big investment because coming from corporate world, it's no, you know, I know for the people in business, it might be it might be okay, man, but for me, it was like a huge investment. However, when I say it's worth every single penny, is now I'm not anxious about what I'll be doing. I'm not stressed that am I gonna get out of this life? I have an action plan, and I know every day I'm waking up, what's my next step to do? I'm working on sales call. I'm replying to clients. I want to make my like there are action plans. So every day I'm not just anxious, what am I gonna do with my life? I'm like, I have an action plan. I'm doing this, and every day it's only gonna get better. Even if I don't have the results at the moment, I know I'll get there. And just that feeling of, you know, I'm doing this for myself is just worth it. That's why I'm saying it's worth every penny.
Awesome.
Love that. Thank you so much for all the details. So yeah, right now, if the team has any questions, they can just raise their hand or unmute themselves, and we'll ask you a few more things, and we'll finish the interview. And thank you for your amazing time.
No problem.
Cool. So, Jake, do you have anything as usual, or anyone else?
Sorry, I've got my camera off. I'm taking some pain meds and eating food, so I didn't want to be on here eating. Yeah, so I guess one of the first questions that I would ask you is in that interim period when you signed up before you had your first call with your coach, okay? What was kind of going through your head during that time? Did you jump on the platform and watch any of the pre-recorded lessons?
Yeah, actually, because Mitch mentioned that the platform is a school and the resources are there, I think I actually finished everything till the end of freebie launch before my first call with Regan. Just so when she mentions do this or do that, I was already, you know, aware of what's going on. So yeah, I was the whole week. I think it was a week time before between I signed up and I had my first call. I just watched the resources available in the school from the beginning till the end of freebie launch.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like you're definitely a go-getter, which helps. Yeah. I guess a follow-up
Thanks.
question that I would have for you as well is there anything during the coaching so far that has really surprised you or that you were like, wow, this is a lot more in depth than I thought, or anything along those lines?
So the thing that's been like impressive was just the fact that I get to work with expert in each section. So there's not one coach helping me with sales, offer, or reels. Like on a daily basis, like in a weekly basis, we get the best at each of them, and that I just don't take that like a simple thing. It's awesome. And also something else, yes, actually. So I was working on my sales script, and Mitch took the whole session to actually go through all the details in my sales script or and I was like, wow, like I know it's useful for everyone, but I still don't take that easy that okay, we spent the whole session on solving each person's problem. So even though it's like a group call each time, but if someone is in need of help, like the coach and also the people, like all the students are very supportive. Like no one says, oh, you just spend the time on one client and one student. What about the rest of us? Like they make it useful for everybody and they spend enough time to make sure you're good to go. That's like amazing.
That's so good to hear. Yeah, Mitch does an awesome job for sure. Final question for me, and then I'll see if any of the other guys have any questions. How has it been for you with the daily communications through Telegram? Is it more difficult, do you feel like, with Telegram versus being on a face-to-face, or has that communication worked out well for you that way?
No, it's been amazing. I like Telegram and also Regan, my coach, is very quick in getting back to me. So I ask questions on a daily basis and I can get her a response and I actually can take action on the same day. It's been amazing to be honest.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it because I've had some prospects that are thinking about signing up. They're like, oh, well, I need to meet with them every single day. And I tell them we're going to meet, with you through Telegram. and some of them have doubts that that's going to be an effective way to communicate. So it's great to hear that.
Yeah, and also we get to video call every week. I take that as my accountability call. So whatever action plan we've come up with together, I make sure that by the time my next call is coming, I'm gonna get all those done. But the daily support just helps me to not, not be stuck on anything I'm not sure of.
Excellent. And I lied
So
because
no, yeah.
I do have one follow-up question to that. I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem.
The follow-up I have to that is what's the schedule like with your coach? Do you guys have a set time each day that you communicate, or is it just, as you have questions, you ask, and as your coach has advice, they send you messages? How does that work?
And no, we don't have a set hour in a day. Honestly, I would just voice message or text message anytime I have something. I have a problem or even an idea that just struck me. Let's say in a meeting, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool. I just share it right away in Telegram, and Regan always gets back to me in less than it. Honestly, she said like in 24 hours, but she's way quicker than that, like maybe an hour or couple hours. It's in a way that from the time you have the question till you take action is not even 12 hours, to be honest.
Awesome. Yeah, because that's another thing people have asked about working around their work schedule. Some people have, another job and they're trying to make this their full-time job. So they're curious about how does it work around my schedule and being able to have time with my coach.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat, to be honest. So right now I'm doing like I took some time off so that I can focus 3 weeks fully on this coaching, but I'm in the same boat, like two, honestly, full-time jobs, I would say. And it works perfect.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's it for me, guys.
And also just a little comment. So this is amazing when clients are ready to work. So this is why, like, actually, congrats for winning the competition this month. You actually
Thank
got the
you
3
so
months,
much.
and that's
Yeah.
just shows how much you've progressed and how much you're ready to do the work. So why you have weekly goals, why you have all this kind of chat support, and because you take the action. So you mentioned it multiple times, like I just hear the response and I take it immediately, and that's what helps to grow, and that's what helps to kind of have an effective communication. Because sometimes maybe clients are a little busy or they have only weekends to work, so they have all those questions during the week and then they can take action on the weekend. So it takes a little longer for them to see results or ask questions. So that's amazing that you actually even took time off work to invest in the coaching. So I'm super proud and I'm super grateful for this commitment.
Thank you,
cool,
guys, for
Any
helping me.
questions from you?
I have one question. I'd love to hear, what would you say specifically to fitness coaches who are like on the edge or considering getting started in this?
So something I would mention is Mike's course looks like, okay, it's not focused on fitness. It's for anyone who wants to organically grow and like have a solid business. So that might be just a doubt point that I rather work with a fitness, like somebody who's focused only on the fitness. I would say I worked with actually a fitness like a year or two ago before I joined this call, and I gave up on the whole business idea for over a year. And they were totally focused on fitness. I learned it wasn't a mistake. I learned. But what I would say is, even though it's not focused on fitness, Svetlana, like Veronica, most of you are very expert actually when it comes to fitness. So much that you give solid fitness specific advice that actually works. And I've tested them. So if they're in fitness niche, it's actually one of the, like I would say it's one of the best options for fitness groups because there are a lot of people with fitness. There are a lot of clients and the coaches have a lot of experience with fitness. So just go for it.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Bill, you're muted, but it looks like you got a question.
Sorry, I have a couple questions. Are you able to hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So did you like come into our offer like with already knowing what you were going to deliver maybe, or did you work with your coach and create additional offers? Like what was the game plan when you stepped on board?
So all I knew was that I opened a new account that I wanted to grow, but Mike's messaging hit me right. The reason is, my old account was dead because the way we were trying to get clients, but following, unfollowing, and that just messed up my whole account. when I heard Mike's messaging, it was like organic growth and business. And I loved both ideas because I actually like content creation. So doing ads or paying for all of that wasn't really interesting to me. And it was my first time hearing someone to actually say, okay, organic growth for business, even though we know it's slower. So that was like one thing as why I like Mike's messaging. As for business, so even though I did work with another fitness group almost 2 years ago, but I stopped it for a year. It was all over the place.
Mhm.
There was nothing fulfilling about that business. When I joined this, my game of like what I had in mind is actually start a business. I didn't have an offer. I didn't know what to use or how to do sales or any of that. Our game plan started with first focusing on getting consistent and posting reels,
Mhm.
optimizing my account, which was huge. And we did it with the first account and then recommended to start the second. I think after a week, I was consistent, like 7 days a week, never missed a day. So the game plan for content, I just increased it over the weeks. 7, 14, and then 21 pieces of content. After I was consistent with it and we were both comfortable that I got it right, like the captions, the hooks, and everything, all those are right, we started focusing on creating my offer. So I started sharing some ideas with my coach, and then after we shared those ideas, Elena actually went through my whole, I think it took like the whole session, but we came up with the offer, we made it solid. And after I was comfortable with that, Regan recommended starting with 2 clients for free so that I can test the offer and see how things are working. And that's what's been like what we have been doing. Next was my freebie. That took some time. Like I thought it's going to be a weekend thing, but it took some time, which is okay. And now the plan is freebie launch and reaching out to those leads. That said, if someone has more time, which unfortunately I didn't, you don't have to wait to launch your freebie. You can actually do all those DMs. Like I think I DM'd 30 people, 15 replied. I booked one and no follow up just for one test sales call. So it's possible even without freebie, you start doing the DMs if you have the
Mhm.
time to. But my game plan included that, but unfortunately I didn't have time. So now the plan is freebie launch, reaching out to warm leads, sales calls, and hopefully bothering my coaches with more questions.
Awesome. Awesome. Just one more question. If you could remember back when you were on the sales call with, did you speak to Tommy? Who was the person that you spoke to originally?
And the first person was Tommy.
Okay.
The second, which afterwards I signed up, was Mitch.
Okay. What do you feel like moved the needle for you and made you join organic sales? What was the big turning point in your mind that you said, you know what, this is it. I've got to do it.
So I booked it, but again, the investment was like huge. In my world, it's a
Mhm.
big investment. I know it's
Yeah.
big for everyone. It's big for
Yep.
everyone. But I took it with Tommy. I was interested, however, not ready to just, go for it, and
Mhm.
tried to talk myself out of it for a couple days after Tommy. It just didn't sit right. So I was like, oh, actually, I think Mike again in one of the freebies, like I got his freebie, I watched the whole thing, and he messaged again that okay, Mitch is one of my guys. Let's do a call. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then after Mitch, I was just like, yeah, like I gotta go for it. As for what moved the needle, I'm not sure to be honest. It was just a couple days of not feeling all right after Tommy's call and feeling like I'm missing out on the
Okay.
opportunity.
Got it. Thank you. I'm taking
Yeah,
notes because it's important to me to kind of
sure.
get in the head of, fitness coaches and everybody. Like what was going on in your mind? Like, did you felt like you wanted to do it, but you had so much hesitation, and then the days went by and you were like, something's just not feeling right, right? And then you saw Mike's content. I'm just recapping. Saw Mike's content and you're like, man, I really kind of need to do this. And then when you got on that call with Mitch, it just pushed you over. And then congratulations on making the commitment. You're making great success. So thank you.
Thank you so much. But also, I think the first call I got the information, but in Mitch's call I shared the doubts. Like, what if like I was like, what if this doesn't work? What if you guys are just, like, how do I know you guys are sorry to say that, sorry, how do I know you guys are legit? And Mitch was very comfortable explaining it. Like he wasn't like, how dare you doubt, how dare you ask these questions? He was like absolutely comfortable just explaining. And I was like, okay, like this is legit. I'm going for it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're
Yeah.
here. And next.
You answered everything that I was gonna ask you. I'm so excited. Like I just gotta say I really appreciate you too. I see when you show up on the calls. I see how active you are, and like you're like our dream type of person who comes in, right? Because you like take on everything seriously. So keep it up.
Thank you so much. You're the dream team to work with.
Amazing. So like literally had goosebumps like every 5 minutes, I guess, during this call, because I'm so proud and I'm so humbled, I guess, for the team and for your success. So well done. We are looking forward to hearing how many leads you're gonna get and how many sales you're gonna make in the next few weeks. So I'll ask Regan. She will update me and we'll put it on the platform as well to update everyone who is watching this interview. And just huge thank you for this time, for waking up earlier maybe today and dedicating the whole like almost 30 minutes for this call. So once again, good luck. Congrats on winning the
Thank you.
competition. You've got 3 months. You will crush it. So with additional support, additional help. And yeah, have a great day.
No problem. Thank you so much and have an awesome day. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.